Hey everyone, this video is going to be a little bit different because the film I am looking at today is not British, it is American, and more importantly, this was a personal request by my good friend Steve, so thank you Steve, hopefully I won't disappoint. And with all that in mind, let's take a look at Street Trash. I don't think we can be friends anymore, Steve. Street Trash comes to us from 1987 and the fetid imagination of writer Roy Frumkus and director James M. Murrow. It has a fairly simple premise. Basically, homeless people like booze, liquor stores sell booze, booze can melt you from the inside out. It's also an admirable exploration of the hardships faced by Vietnam veterans. This is seen through the aperture of Bronson, who is the film's main antagonist and is also a heavy-duty beard mounting. He has frequent flashbacks, which are obviously filmed on location in Vietnam, and not on the same set just with loads of dry ice floating around. Roy Frumkus actually went on record saying that one of his ambitions for Street Trash was to democratically offend every group on the planet. And in terms of this mission statement, all I can say is, mission fucking accomplished.
Now this old honky skilled snitchy ass motherfucker tells you something and you say, come with me. Now you taking her word over mine. Now that's discrimination. Now why don't you just pull down your pants so we can all see the lily white paint on your Haitian black ass?
Street Trash is a bona fide favourite amongst fans of 80s exploitation cinema. This is helped by its grotesque characters, grimy visuals, over-the-top cartoonish violence, and an obviously mature appreciation of sex. Naturally, most of this film takes place on the streets of New York, though a lot of focus is given to a junkyard which is owned by Jabba the Fuck.
The fuck is this anyway? I'm a salvage yard, not a daycare center.
It's also Bronson's personal fiefdom, and it also reminds me of what J.G. Ballard might have thought about when he was touching himself, as well as what might have happened to Thunderdome if George Miller had removed Tina Turner and just had everyone shitting in each other's beds.
I'm number one, right?
I actually found the plot to be one of the least significant things about Street Trash. We follow lead transient Fred around. A number of his friends are killed by the corrosive Viper wine. His brother gets off with Jabba's secretary, and Bronson is killed, and nothing ends happily. Some of the most interesting things about Street Trash actually comes from the production. Director James Murrow has had a long and distinguished career in Hollywood as a Steadicam operator, and there are many examples of his fine work throughout Street Trash. He's also worked for Scorsese on Casino, he's worked on LA Confidential, he's done quite a few James Cameron films, and he worked on the X-Men franchise. I find this fact particularly interesting because one of the grips on Street Trash was Bryan Singer. Something else which is interesting, to me at least, was the contribution made by a guy called Gary Oldback. Oldback works on television now as a producer, and he was a hitman in this film, in a blink and you'll miss it capacity. I had to hit IMDb about this guy because I couldn't figure out why his name had caught my eye during the credits. I watch a lot of UFO documentaries, I love series about the paranormal, and apparently he's worked on quite a few of those. He also produced something called Sex with Brody, which, regrettably, turned out to be a universally panned relationship advice series, and not a documentary about the sex life of Distillers singer Brody Dahl. Steve recommended this film to me, and I do recommend it to you, particularly if you've ever been intrigued by exploitation cinema but have never quite made the leap. It is tame by modern standards, and it's certainly tame compared to my depraved sensibilities. And it's actually tame compared to a lot of other films which came out around the same time. But it's entertaining, there are some good performances, and the makeup effects are superb. So, I recommend Street Trash. And I thank you, Steve, and I thank all of you for watching.
Kiss your prick, it's dripping down the stairs.